Hello, everyone. Welcome to another inspiration piece episode on Art Whisper 88. Today's inspiration is British artist Bridget Riley. And Miss Riley rose to celebrity in the 1960s when she popularized the movement called op art. She and other male counterparts, and she's best known for her striped paintings, many which create a dizzying sensation because they seem to undulate. I will put description of her bio in the description box below. And here I am using some of the soft pastels that were given to me as a gift, and I'm creating some stripes. Okay, so now that I have these soft pastel stripes, I'm going to see how it transfers onto the plate. Now what I had done the night before was to oil my jelly plate and clean it very well. It's actually featured in a couple of videos how I clean and oil my gel plate, and it's a good practice to do occasionally because the gel plate is made of oil and it needs to be conditioned ever so often in order to prevent the paper from tearing, because it's supposed to have this oily surface that releases paint. And this is one example of how the oily surface accepts color. I think that's really cool. Now there's a blank space here. I'm going to see if I can fill that with, do a repeat. How cool is that? Okay. It's kind of a fun experiment. So I fill up all the blank spaces. So now my next step is to apply acrylic paint, and I will use unbleached titanium to take advantage of the bright colors. So let's see how this experiment works out. So I'm taking some aspects of Bridget Riley's work, like the stripes and the colors, and reinterpreting, doing a reinterpretation. Okay, put away my pastels. And I will introduce my own marks because I want to make this piece my own. And circles happen to be my signature image. Okay. So this is a nice clean sheet of Stonehenge paper. Okay, let's see what we have here. It's a pretty cool combination of marks and stripes. Check this out. Looks like fun. And what I find remarkable is how intense the colors are, even if it's a transfer. I had a question from a viewer, and she asked if it was necessary to seal the pastel transfer. I'm going to find out if this will smear. And if it does smear, I am going to apply an extra coat of sealer, like Mod Podge Matte. But if it doesn't smear, I will just leave it as it is. So anyway, I will air dry this and then decide what the next step is. Now, this is such an interesting ghost print that I will try to recoup it. Now, this is Soho acrylic green gold. This is yellow ochre. And just for an experiment, I will put a drop of black. Let's see how this works out. So again, I'm using my brayer like a brush. I'm trying to blend these colors. Blend them somewhat, but not completely. So the effect is a very painterly surface. And the interesting thing about doing a monoprint, sometimes the texture effects that you create, you cannot do this with a brush. It's very unique to printmaking. Again, I'm going to do my proprietary marks. Again, I'm going to leave this on for about 5 to 6 minutes because I'd like to pick up whatever is underneath. Now, I'm not sure this is going to work, but I won't know until I try. Okay, let's see what we have here. This is really exciting because I honestly have no clue what the result will be. I think I'm onto something good here. I think this is pretty awesome. Like I always say, the ghost always wins. Wow, check this out. This is so cool. I don't think I've ever done anything like this before. This is a combination of pastel transfer and a ghost print transfer. Awesome. So I get to air dry this and then recap with the first one. Okay, everybody, here's my favorite part of this video where I recap. But first of all, I'm going to do a smear test. This is paper towel. Yep, it does smear. So it means that I will have to seal this with Mod Podge, but I can do that later. Let me show you the close-up first. So as you can see, the pastel transfer interacts with the second layer of unbleached titanium, and it does create some interesting special effects which are very peculiar to printmaking. So that is the first print. Here's the second one. This is the ghost print. This has some very interesting effects with the contrast of the dark green background and the leftover white. And very faint in the background are the ghost prints of the pastel transfer. So that's the ghost. Now let me put this, compare it with the inspiration piece. I hope you liked this pastel transfer video. I had a lot of fun doing this. This is a very interesting experiment. Now, if you have some old chalk pastels laying around, this would be some kind of fun activity to do. And you can do it just for the sake of discovery. Because rather than have the art material just sit on a shelf idly for years and years, why not make use of it and do something different? So thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Please check out artwhisperer88.com. And for those who can, please lend some support to my PayPal just to help keep this channel going. Thank you again, and I hope to see you next time.